Good morning, students. Today we'll discuss the last part of the chapter 1, the first chapter. These are the concentration terms. Okay, so how will you express a solution in terms of concentration term? We'll discuss. So concentration terms are molarity, mole fraction, number 3 molality, number 4 normality. Okay, these are the concentration terms which we'll discuss in this chapter. Okay, so the first one, molarity. So molarity ko hum kenaka express korim swa. It was a concentration term. That means suppose a solution means a mixture of more than one component. Okay, so at least two components are there. Suppose here is tumar salt, that means sodium chloride and water. This is a mixture of salt and water. Okay, so how much amount of NaCl is added in water? This is called molarity. Okay, means this is called concentration terms, and we express the concentration term in terms of molarity. Okay, so molarity means number of mole of solute per liter of the solution. Okay, when 1 mole of solute is dissolved in 1 liter of the solution, that means 1 liter of water, 1 mole of solute, that means 1 mole of NaCl is dissolved in 1 liter of the solution, that means 1 liter of water, then the concentration of this solution is called 1 molar solution or 1 molar solution or molarity of the solution. Okay, so molarity of the solution is defined as what? Number of mole, that means small letter n, number of mole per liter of the solution. Okay, so per liter of the solution we can denote it by V. Okay, so number of mole means what? Weight of the solute divided by molecular mass of the solute. Okay, so number of mole we put korim W by M, and V in terms of liter. So jodi ami milliliter put koro tethale V in terms of ki hobo? Is divided by 1000. Okay, so it multiple by 1000 holen to it upor thakile hoy. Okay, so it is divisible by 1000 hobo. So molarity, the actual formula of molarity is what? W by M, M total nami ahibo, into 1000 to upor gusi jabo, 1000 into V. But in this case, V is in milliliter, not liter. Okay, in this case V is liter, but in this case when amount of solution is divided by 1000, that means V is in terms of milliliter. Okay, this is the formula of molarity. Here M is molarity, W is the amount of solvent, amount of the solute, that means NaCl. M means molecular mass of the solute, that means molecular mass of NaCl, 1000 divided by V. V is the volume of the solution in milliliter. Okay, so this is the molarity. Okay, so see this one, when 2 mole of NaCl is added to 1 liter of water, then what will be the molarity? So put the formula. W means what? W by M means what? 2 mole. W by M means what? Number of moles. Yes or no? So 2 into 1000 divided by 1 liter of water. 1 liter means what? In terms of milliliter, 1000 milliliter. Okay. So this one. So molarity is what? 2 mole per liter. Okay. This is the formula of molarity, and this is the molarity of this solution. So similarly, when 3 mole of NaCl is added to this 2 liter of the solution, then number of mole is 3. That means 3 mole of NaCl, and 2 liter means what? 2000 milliliter. So this one. So molarity of the solution is what? 3 by 2 mole per liter. Okay. This is about the molarity. So next one, mole fraction. Mole fraction means what? Now how much amount of mole present in the solution. This is a beaker. Suppose two components are there in the solution. One is solute, other is what? Solvent. Okay. So suppose solute is what? 58.5 gram is dissolved in 1 liter of the solution. That means 1 liter of water. 58.5 gram of sodium chloride. Okay. So the formula of mole fraction is what? When it is termed as A and it is termed as B. The B, B A or B group, so my mole fraction of A in this solution is what? Number of mole of A divided by total number of mole in the solution. Okay. So total number of mole of A means Na. Okay. And total number of mole in the solution is Na plus Nb. Okay. Na is the number of mole of sodium chloride and Nb is the number of mole of water. So this is the mole fraction of A. That means this one. And mole fraction of B, Nb divided by Na plus Nb. Okay. In this case, this one A and this one B. When Na is equal to what? Na is the number of mole of NaCl. So number of mole of NaCl means what? Weight divided by molecular mass. So weight is what? 58.5 gram, and molecular mass of NaCl also 58.5. That means what? 1 mole. So Na is the 1 mole, and Nb, calculate the Nb, W by M. Sorry, this is not 1 liter. This is 18 gram of water. Okay. When 18 gram of water, and weight of the water is 18 gram, and also molecular mass of water is 18, then number of mole of water is 1 mole. So put the value of Na and Nb in this equation. So in this equation, XA means what? X of NaCl. X of NaCl is equal to what? N of NaCl, that means A, divided by N of NaCl, that means A plus N of H2O, that means B. So put the value of Na, what? 1 mole, and this one also 1 plus 1. So mole fraction of NaCl is what? 1 by 2. Okay. And similarly, Xb is equal to what? Xb is equal to Nb divided by Na plus Nb. Here Nb is what? 1 mole also, and Na plus Nb is equal to 1. That means half. Okay. So these are the mole fraction of a solution of the elements contained in a solution. So the third one, molality. This is similar as molarity, but one But remember one thing, this is molality is defined as small letter m. This is also W by m, so 1000 by amount of solvent in gram. Okay, but the definition of molarity is what? Number of mole per kg of solvent. But when you multiply this one 1000, it goes to what? Amount of solvent in gram, not kg. Okay, so suppose beaker, 1 mole of NaCl, that means 58.5 of NaCl is dissolved in 18 gram of water. 18 gram of water. So what is the molarity of this equation? What? N is equal to W by M. W means what? Amount of solute, that means 58.5 gram. Molecular mass of the solute, what? 58.5 gram. 1000 divided by amount of solvent in gram. This is the amount of solvent in gram. This one 18. So 1 into 1000 divided by 18. So 1000 divided by 18. This is the molarity of the solution. Okay. Next one, normality. Normality. Mainly normality is defined as the normality. This is defined as the number of gram equivalent. Number of gram equivalent of solute present in present per liter of the solution. That means present per liter of the solution. That means similar to what? Molarity. Okay. So the formula of normality is what? N is equal to W by M into 1000 by not M, W by equivalent mass into 1000 divided by V. Okay. V is the amount of solution present. Okay, so now we have to calculate the equivalent mass. So what do you mean by equivalent mass? So equivalent mass is equal to mole mass or molecular mass divided by Z factor. Okay, so molecular mass divided by Z factor. So what do you mean by Z factor? Z factor is the number of ions transferred in the solution by solute. Okay. So in case of NaCl, NaOH, okay, HCl, what are the valency? This one plus 1, this one minus 1. Plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1. Okay. So transfer of electron is only what? 1. In this case, transfer of electron is what? 1. Positive to negative, that means 1. Okay. But in case of H2SO4, when dissociate in a solvent, H2SO4, this dissociates into 2 H positive and sulfate 2 negative. Okay. So number of electron transferred in this case is what? Number of 2 electrons. Okay. So in case of H2SO4, the Z factor is 2, not 1. But in case of this one, NaCl, NaOH, HCl, the Z factor is only 1. Okay. So for example, in case of sodium hydroxide, here what? Z factor is what? 1. So equivalent mass of sodium hydroxide is equal to what? Mole mass divided by Z factor, that is 1. So mole mass of sodium hydroxide was 23 plus 16 plus 1. Okay. This one 33, 39, 40. 40 gram per mole. So mole mass is what? 40 gram per mole divided by Z factor 1. That means equivalent mass of the NaOH is what? 40. Okay. Okay. So in case of H2SO4, mole mass equivalent mass is what? Mole mass divided by Z factor. Mole mass is what? 98. Z factor is what? 2. So 49. Okay. This is the equivalent mass of sulfuric acid. Okay. And in case of normality, see one example. This is a solution containing suppose 18 gram of water. Sorry. Suppose 500 milliliter of water. It dissolved 98 gram of H2O. Calculate the normality. So what is the normality? Normality is equal to what? Weight divided by molecular mass of solute and 1000 divided by V. So weight is what? 98 gram. Not molecular mass, this one equivalent mass. So 98 gram. So equivalent mass of H2SO4 is what? 49. Okay. And 1000 divided by V is what? 500. So 2. So normality is what? Okay. This is the normality. So these are the concentration terms. And this is the last part of chapter 1. Okay, thank you.